What's going on, guys? Today, I got a lot of stuff that we're going to be putting in both this and in the Challenger. We've got a hideaway radio, we've got new steering wheel, as well as some different exhaust tips. And for that, we're going to be taking the bumper off, and we're going to be doing a lot to it. So, stick around. But first, you notice anything different? Yeah, if you've seen this car before, you follow the channel, follow my Instagram, any of that stuff, you have probably noticed I got a different hood. Yeah, I've been doing stuff, I guess, behind your guys' back. Just wasn't really able to film it, but I got a new hood because, you might be able to see, it's not very bright in there. I had to get a new hood because I haven't been able to fit an air cleaner on the engine, and I really do not want to run the engine without one, so went with this style. I know it's not the technically period correct 6-pack hood, but this one still fits the look very well. I like it a lot. I've got the original hood sitting in there. I need to take that to storage, as well as some wheels, because I finally have a matching set for the Challenger. It's been a little while. I didn't think the wheels were going to change the appearance that much, but holy crap. I got these as a full set. I already had 2 rear ones, so these ones, they're pretty shot from the last owner, and I don't blame them. So I'm gonna hold on to those for a little while, and then, I don't know, either sell them or put actual drag radials on it, just because I want to have some fun with that car. But for now, I have a full box full of stuff. Got the steering wheel, got stool, because I'm fat and you just sit. Here is the, I guess you could call it a radio. It's really just a Bluetooth system that I'm going to be using for the car, because I don't have an actual head unit right now. I don't really have the space for it. So I'm be putting this in, it's Bluetooth compatible, just connect right to the speaker that I currently have, and then some new exhaust tips. They're pretty close to the same as what I have here. Yeah, I know it's tight space. Pretty close to what I have here, but as you can see, these ones are being held by another exhaust tip, or another exhaust clamp, because I kind of broke the actual clamp on the tips. They were welded on the last setup I had, but I've since changed that, and it's, yeah, not working anymore. So got some new ones. That's a little bit of a, you know, I'll do that on the side, but for now I want to get that steering wheel in, so let's do it. All right, we're a little cramped in here, but I think I can make it work. So let me show you the new wheel. Yeah, there we go. So it's gonna be a little bit smaller. This is a Grant. I believe it's the classic steering wheel. Ooh, you're getting the glare right there. I believe it's called the classic steering wheel. And this is also, you can kind of tell, this has a installation kit to it as well, because you can't just slap this on. So this got a little kit. We should be able to just throw it on. Start with taking this off, and I know battery's already disconnected. I'm not worried about that. I don't even have a horn anyways. I just have everything hooked up minus the actual horns. But so what we're gonna do, we gotta undo this nut right in here. Yeah, you can kind of tell there's a nut in here that actually holds the steering wheel onto this steering column. So I'll undo that. Should be able to take the steering wheel off just like that. So I'll go find whatever this is. Alright, got us a 3/4 inch. Yep. Kind of makes me worry that I didn't have it tightened before. Okay. Got this off. Whew. Yeah, should be fine. Okay. Now, gotta get this thing off. Probably gonna have to go grab my puller, but let's see what we can do first. Don't want to break anything. And the reason why I'm replacing this steering wheel, it's actually in very good shape. I mean, there's no cracks on this, and as far as I know, this is the original steering wheel, so I'm gonna keep it nice. You know, everything I've done to the car is all reversible, so if I want to go back to the, you know, the original look of it, I can put them back. So I still have the original seats and everything, so yeah. All right, let's get this dang thing off. All right, well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I've had this off at one point. I don't remember how long ago it was. It's been a few years though, so might have made it easier than usual, but either way, she is off. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I keep everything with itself just in case, but slide that back there. Time to put the new one on. Okay, so I'm just trying to, yeah, you're recording. Just trying to figure out how this is gonna sit. I mean, I can pop it on just like that. I just don't know if that's, well, I gotta tighten these guys up. Like I said, this is two pieces originally. Ow, that's all that is. This is two pieces originally. This horn, this is a little horn contact right here. This was part of a separate kit. You actually need it to actually fit the steering wheel to the column itself. It comes with a little washer that we're going to put on there. Spring will go on top. No, sorry, I was wrong. Where to put it? Ha. So, washer, the nut. So that nut will go on there, and then the spring is going to rest on that. Now that is going to hold our actual horn button back. That way it's not just constantly hitting the horn. But before we do all of this, set that there. I want to make sure that this is actually clocked right. Get everything in its place. So I take this back off. Ooh, yeah, there we go. And I don't think, I know I'm kind of in your guys' way right now, I don't think there really is a mark as to where the top of this steering column is, so I'm just going to put it right back on because it was centered before, so it should be fine as long as I can center it again. Alright, finally got our big old mess sorted out. The yeah, I just had this set a little too far back, so I pulled it all off, and now I'm going to tighten this nut here. You can see we are free now. The only thing that I've noticed so far, you can kind of tell when I put my hand back here, I am hitting the turn signal lever. I'm assuming I'm going to have to put a, ew, it's already disgusting. Damn. I'm assuming I'm going to have to put a, you know, a extension on here. I think they make like 2-inch or 3-inch, something like that, just to bring it closer to myself. I mean, it feels like a good placement, but, you know, this is not good. So I'll have to do that, but for the time being, we are just going to set it where it is now. Still got movement. Perfect. Okay. Now, last thing, I gotta keep that spring where it is. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, that's kind of weird. Alright, so this spring is what keeps your horn button from, you know, just sitting on there. So, I gotta figure out how to get this to stay. Maybe that way? I gotta figure out how to get that to stay as I put this on. It's gonna be a little weird. Maybe it's probably why you're supposed to not have this all. Oh, shit. So let's just try this. lock in place. There we go. I think it's in place. Seems like it is. Look at that. Ooh, that looks so good on camera. Yeah, I need to figure out something with this. I don't know. Maybe even if I just put a little bend in the stock. But I don't want to be too hard with it because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how brittle that is on the inside. It's still the stock stuff. So, all right. That looks good. Okay, on to, I'm not sure yet. I might just make the exhaust tips. Throw those on there real quick. Dang, that looks so good on the camera. Hopefully it looks good for you guys, but yeah, we're good. So this one right here is the little amplifier that I'm using. It's literally nothing but, got a little ahead of you guys. And I got it partially put in just to make sure that it was working, but this little guy is what I'm using. It's just an amplifier with Bluetooth connection, no radio, nothing like that. But as you can see, this right here runs up to, well, you're not wanting to focus, are you? There we go. That's going to my speaker. Now, I'm not sure, so this wiring is from my old radio that I had in here. I really want to keep that stuff connected because eventually, if I do decide to take those switches out, I want to put that radio back. It's a Bluetooth retro sound radio, got all the fancy stuff, and still looks like an original part. So I want to keep that just in case. So I got to figure out how to connect all of that. And right here, I've got power, ground, and a switched connection right there. So everything else that I need connection wise is behind my ashtray, so just gotta pop that out and get this thing installed. Obviously you can tell I don't have a glove box. I took it out. I might end up just kind of 3M taping that right here until kind of figure out a more permanent solution for it. I really need to get this heater AC box out of here because I am not running heat or AC on this. I mean, the blower motor's not even connected. So I think once I get all of that out, I can eventually just slap that up against the firewall. But if I do that right now, I'm leaving some holes and I don't have anything to cover that. So we'll leave that for now. And yeah, we'll get on to this. All right, ready for this? Got the car on. Ignition's weird. You gotta like push the, oh. Come here. Look at that. We are now connected. Oh, that's no. It doesn't let me record and play music at the same time, but it is working, so we're good. Now I just gotta button everything up. I just kind of have those shoved in right now. I really don't see those staying, and all I did for the ground was just ran that to that little nut or screw back there. So I probably just gonna throw some electrical tape, make sure that those stay on there, just something a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I want to keep those connectors as good as possible, so I don't want to cut anything. Probably see if I can get some connectors for these actual wires running from the amplifier over time. But yeah, for now that works. It's not the best wiring, but it's wiring, so it works. There we go. Ooh, a bunch of dust just came out of the dash. But yeah, so that's set up. Like I said, just gonna get everything wrapped up there, get everything out of the way. It did come with a little, so this is a volume control knob. What you do is just got a regular aux cord, plug that in, and all I did was just max out the volume on it. So yeah, it's a dial knob. All I did was max it out and then took it back out. And from there, I'm just going to use my phone, because it's Bluetooth, I'm just going to use my phone to control the volume of it. So no wires, nothing. If I really want to, I can put this where the cigarette lighter is in the ashtray. It's just slightly too big, so I'd have to drill that out a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. If it really presents a problem, then I'll fix it. But yeah, I got no problem with it right now. So, oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I lied to you guys. I did not do the tips yet. It's a new day, so now I'm gonna throw them on real quick. Almost forgot. See that? I have merch. I'll link it in the description below, but I've got a full-on store, everything. I got hats, shirts, beanies, everything. So yeah, go ahead, check that stuff out. See if there's anything you like. Stickers. Okay, out the old, in with the new. I have a feeling this one will be a tight fit too. Oh yeah, we're already hitting. Well, not too bad though. You know, things I do for you guys, I can't even see what I'm doing. I guess you can't even see what I'm doing either. Oh well. We can still kind of get it. Kind of. Oh. There we go. Definitely. Oh yeah, you can see that. Definitely gonna have to deal with that later. For now, it's on. We're good. There we go. All right. So I've driven to a different place. I have tested out the radio. Well, amplifier. Amplifier works. I had a bad ground to begin with, but I just moved it around. It's working fine now. So you gonna ride along with me. We're gonna see how the steering wheel is. I already have an idea as to what's going on, but now you'll get to see it. So yeah, so one thing about having these seats is it takes a minute to get all buckled up, but we're ready now. You can actually kind of tell right now a little sideways. Okay, let's go. So I figured out that I love those Black Widow mufflers. Absolutely love them. Nothing wrong with them. But when I'm driving, you know, regularly to work, from work, stuff like that, I want it a little bit quieter. So I'm going to switch back and forth between some knockoff mufflers that I have that are kind of quiet. I mean, hopefully you can tell from here, it's not that loud inside. I mean, the windows are up. I'm talking a little bit above normal volume, but nothing big. So I'm going to keep switching back and forth. You know, if I go to a car show, I'll put the other ones on. It's not like it's annoyingly loud. It's just, you know, sometimes I want to have it quiet. So it works good. All right. Keep going down the road. Signal stock is very close to the steering wheel. Turn signal stock is very close to the steering wheel. I don't like it. I know they extensions for these, so I'm just gonna have to get that. Not a big deal. Get some airflow in here. Small this wheel is compared to the other one, I really feel like I can rip this car around. Definitely adds to the fun factor. All right, I changed the wiring up a little bit. I put it to the negative of that connector that is for the actual radio, so it seems to be working fine now. I mean, it's a little janky, I know. I'm not too proud of it, but it's working. Those tips look dang good. They look to be about an inch or so wider in diameter than the ones I had before. Yeah, those look so much better. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I got nothing else for this car. I did put a deeper transmission pan on it. It seems to be doing pretty well, although I did find another leak. I don't know where it's coming from. I might just have to get the transmission actually looked at to get that fixed. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure get you some merch. Like I said, I'll have it linked in the description below, and I'll see you guys when I do the other parts for the Challenger. All right, so we got the Challenger here ready to take the front bumper off. And what are we going to be doing? Well, we got a little bit of maintenance things. This is for bumper bracket because the one on the left side is broken off now. These, some new fog lights. So if you look at the Charger, we've got amber park lights, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing to this here. So I'm going to kind of give it a little bit more classic look. It's just going to go with the kind of Cuda look that I have with the car. Here are the wheels up close now. These fit so well. Went with an 18-inch because it got a little bit more sidewall now, and it actually, yeah, like I said, fits the car very well. Of course, you can't really see it from here, but yeah, so I got to take the front bumper off. I'm going to also, you can see how disgusting those are. I've got a little headlight restorer I'm going to be using on that, as well as some intake tubes. So these aren't OEM, these are a different type, but they should work just the same. So gonna be a lot of fun. Shouldn't be too bad. I've had this bumper off like 10 times now, so should be pretty quick at getting it all removed. So yeah, let's get started on that. All right, bumper is off. Now I got to get to these screws, which it looks like I'm gonna have to take the hood pins off for. Get those out for the headlight, be able to pull this whole thing off, and then when I do that, then I'm gonna go clean these up. You can see how much oxidation and crap is on those. So these are gonna clean up really nice, and then after that, we will get those intake tubes in. Ready for this? Old. Redone. That looks so good. Yeah, there was a lot of oxidation on that. I got that side out. I, of course, dropped the nut or the bolt on the other side. right down into the engine bay, so gonna have to figure that out, but this looks so good now. All it is just some Chemical Guys headlight restorer, and it's got some UV blockers, that way this shouldn't come back. But yeah, that worked very well. Okay, now time to figure out how to put that in. I haven't actually looked at the instructions yet, so this is going to be an adventure. All right, we got both headlights out. Both of them right now are curing. They provide these little screws, but my car is old enough that it doesn't actually have the spots where the screws go into. On some of the newer Challengers, they have those because there's actually factory intake tubes, but this doesn't have it. So what I did, you can kind of see down there, I had to use some super glue, and they're actually glued into place right now. I'm not too worried about that because on the back side I do have some tubes that press up against that just for some cold air to come into the intake and into the engine bay, so that should hold just fine. Now we are going to focus on those fog lights. Going to get those replaced. This right here is how those tubes get wired up. They go into the park lamp, and whenever that's on, those tubes will be on, which is, you know, most of the time the car's actually running. So get that done. I'm going to get this tape out of here that was holding those little bezels in, but I'm going to replace that with some actual super glue too. These are glued from the factory. I just didn't know if I wanted to glue them in yet because I didn't know how the silver would look, but that looks very good to me. So I'm going to actually glue those into place. That way, never have to worry about that again. But for now, let's get them fog lights. All right, ready for this? We've got, ooh, that looks so good. Those fog lights look perfect for the style of this car. Oh, those headlights are so clear now, and got them tubes. Obviously, they're not actually flashing, it's just the way the camera's recording. Look at that. I don't know about you, but that looks damn good. This is actually probably one of the smoothest installs I've done. So I am very happy with that. So I'm letting some glue dry. Let some glue dry on the headlight bezels and be throwing this thing back on. I'll see you then. I have been waiting to show you guys this. Look at that. It looks so good. There are the intake tube lights, and you can tell they are very bright. And the fog lights, in real life, they're actually a lot deeper of an amber. I don't know why they show up like that on camera, but they look very good. They look almost exactly like what I have for the park lights on the Charger. But I've been driving around for a couple weeks now. Just wanted to make sure everything was fine with it. I actually ripped the bumper off of that on a driveway because with the new wheels, it's like just a little bit too low for a place that I used to go to a lot. And so, yeah, I decided to go up in the driveway and ripped off the bumper. So put that back together real quick, which I guess did a pretty good testing of the fog lights and the intake tube lights, because I took all of that stuff back off and put it back on, and nothing cracked with those, so those are good. I cannot get over how this thing looks. It looks so damn good now. But yeah, quick little note, I did get the steering wheel spacer for the Charger on there now. I've got zero problems with the turn signal stock anymore, anything for that. So yeah, let me know what you think about this video. I kind of mashed a bunch of stuff together because I just had it all at once. So if you like that type of content, let me know, and I can definitely do some more of that. Yeah, you can tell it's been a while. I got some long hair now. It's bad. But yeah, let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.